That family actually used to own this building here behind me. They live right behind it. They saw all of it last night go up in flames. Now these cones, they're going to be up for the next 3 to 4 days, and overall this project is going to take about 3 to 4 weeks. All right, and then all we have to do is pull that on the pin like that. Perfect. And look at that. Sheriff, I want to talk about the evacuations here. I know you'd mentioned there's been a couple evacuations that have been happening here over the last couple hours. You can see it all here behind me. Police tell me a 23-year-old man was hit in this area tonight. That's what I was ready to report to you here right before the 6th, but now it's looking like that story is beginning to change. If you're sick and tired of it all, if you just can't handle these cold temperatures anymore, you don't like your water bottles freezing up, then we found some deals in the next couple weeks where you can get away from all of this and go to some place a lot warmer. The DOT actually gave me this piece of concrete. It's a sample of the roads, and this is something, you know, hard to believe. It's been on the roads for 20, 30 years. And I'll draw your attention behind me here to the Gordon Volunteer Fire Department. We've seen many trucks come in here throughout the course of the day.
27, 28. And
yeah! All right. Nice. Oh. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Hurd. First on Fox, it's not your standard job interview. Eau Claire Police began the hiring process today, hoping to fill some open officer spots. Tonight, a sawmill in Clark County was destroyed following a major fire, and tonight it's being ruled accidental. Take a look at this viewer-submitted video. Crews say the fire started around 7:45 last night. To the Milwaukee area tonight, where about 20 people were evacuated from a hotel last night and taken to the hospital. A sudden sickness came over some of the guests while swimming in the pool. I liked going outside and doing that. I mean, what did you carve in the snow? Probably not Mount Rushmore.
Maybe a snowman, like here and there. But are you even an artist? I'm not. I draw stick figures.
Not by any means. Frosty the Snowman is my main thing.
Frosty the Snowman, that's a good one.
You're a Texas man too. I gotta say, I'm surprised to see, you know, Dallas and Austin cooler than us.
Right.
Yeah. You're not regretting your move up here? You're okay?
I'm good with it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, sounds good, Drew. Thanks very much. And next in sports, the Brewers looking to sweep the defending champs in Boston, and the Badgers reflect their close game last night against Kentucky. You're watching the Fox 25 48 News at 9. On the World Wide Web, there's nothing that grabs attention like the unexpected. And so is the case with this dash cam vid showing a Wisconsin state trooper nearly hit and killed by a semi on a traffic stop.
They always talk about having eyes in the back of your head, and or a sixth sense.
Lieutenant Jeff Lorenz has been with the State Patrol for 30 years and is not shocked, only relieved the trooper in this video wasn't hurt or killed. He's seen many close calls like this before.
And they say, hey, LT, you know, I'm really sorry about the car. I said, man, I can get cars, I can't get you, another you.
Wisconsin's move over law requires drivers to change lanes when emergency vehicles are on the side of the highway. While he says fatalities are down, there's still room for improvement.
We're much better at this, but we're not that where we want to be.
To get a sense of how powerful this video is, we stopped at this rest stop in Menominee to talk to people. Many of them just got off the interstate and will soon be getting right back on again.
Frightening that people don't realize how close they are to other vehicles on the edge of the road and how easy it is to hit them.
Seems like a pretty common sense thing to not sideswipe a police car.
The video leaving a lasting impression.
And that was something.
And if it's this image that doesn't do that, perhaps this one will. A memorial to Trooper Debbie McMenamin, Lieutenant Lorenz's colleague, hit and killed by a car during a traffic stop in 1989.
She went up to the vehicle to issue the warning, and on her way back she was struck and killed by a minivan.
Even Lorenz himself says he's been hit 5 times while in his cruiser, proof that if not careful, your wheels can easily become a deadly weapon.
We always enforce, being alert for weapons and guns and knives and all that kind of stuff. For us who patrol high-speed interstates or highways, for us it's really all about the traffic.
Kevin Hurd, WEAU 13 News.
Tests have confirmed heroin was in some of the dozens of plastic bags in the New York City apartment where Philip Seymour Hoffman was found dead yesterday.
Tonight, WEAU's Kevin Hurd talks to health experts about what we can learn from this and how to have a conversation about drug abuse. He's here with the story. Kevin?
Yeah, Chris and Nikki, health experts call this tragedy a teaching moment. They tell me heroin is a growing problem here in western Wisconsin, and this illustrates the danger of what can happen when someone is addicted.
It's like this monkey on your back that you can't get. I mean, and it soon turns into this just grade 8.
That's how Jesse describes an addiction to heroin. He's recovering from a drug so powerful, it grabs hold of you and doesn't want to let go.
You can imagine like the worst flu you ever had in your life and times that by like 50. And then you got the withdrawals of the beast, and that's no fun. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
It cost Jesse his house and more, an expense that kept adding up. Finally, he'd had enough and sought treatment 3 weeks ago. But his story of addiction is more common than you may think. Lisa Giese with the Eau Claire County Health Department says in its last survey of middle school and high school students in Eau Claire County, 130 admitted to having used heroin before. She says now is the time to have a conversation about the drug, using the latest death of actor Philip Seymour Hoffman as a starting point.
We absolutely can use this as a moment to say, did you see that? And what do you think? Ask kids some questions about it.
You don't have to be a celebrity to die from heroin addiction.
Brenda Gadel, an AODC counselor at the Ellie Phillips Libertas Center, agrees and says this is a real problem that happens to real people.
These are normal people who never had any trouble with addiction before.
You know, it all starts at some sort of substance abuse level, but it continues on.
Jesse chose another path. He's seen people come through these doors more than once, but knows he's taken a big step getting help.
It'll be the best thing. You'll never regret it. You'll never regret getting help.
Now, Giese recommends reaching out to a healthcare provider, health department, or a treatment center if you know someone who is struggling with an addiction. How do you describe the excitement leading up to a trip to the state football tournament?
It's loud.
Crazy. Everybody's been cheering and yelling, saying, go, let's fight and win.
And that's exactly the atmosphere that filled the air at Stanley Boyd High School today.
I don't know, it was cool to see everybody with the school spirit.
Laura Bauer and the pep team put this celebration together. There were signs, songs, even some advice from past players who've been on the state turf.
The locker room, the atmosphere, being at Camp Randall, those are the memories that'll always stay with you.
It's been more than a decade since the team went to state. The last time was in 1996. Ronnie Ponick doesn't remember that tournament.
I was born in '96.
But will remember this one for the rest of his life.
Especially growing up as a little kid, just dreaming to make it to the big stage, and it's finally here.
Everywhere you go around town, you'll see signs rooting on the Orioles. Even at the grocery store, everyone's been talking about the big day.
People are very happy about us going. It's been a while.
Russ Judnick's son played in the championship game back in 1991.
They did a great job. I just hope they can do it again tomorrow.
Out on the practice field, the team is spending one last night under the lights, prepping for the big day.
We're excited for this opportunity. The guys are really focused on what they have to do tomorrow and hopefully come out and play our best football.
Standing tall, knowing their town is behind them.
Community coming together is really a big deal to us. I mean, it means a whole lot to us because they're really rooting for us on the other end as well as us, so we're doing it for them too.